Welcome YouTube. This is a review of the Hosim 9156 RC car. We're going to do an unboxing and then we're going to do a trial of the car to see how it runs. I do know that we've tried this car before. It actually is really good, so I think you should stay tuned and we're going to show you all the specs of this. So first off, it's a 12th scale, so pretty big car. Nice packaging. It actually shows like a 1-to-1 scale of how big the car is on the outside. So that's kind of neat. You get an idea of all the specs. It is 4-wheel drive. It has metal shock absorbers and it has a high torque 2 kilogram servo. On the side we see some more of the specs about it. It comes with a really nice controller. It's good in the hand. The controller has steering trim. It has a steering speed selector, so you can increase the rate of turning. It has a reverse on it, so you can use normal steering direction or reverse inverted, and also high and low speed. And then of course the power button. There's a few of the specs on there. You can pause the YouTube video and have a look and see all the details about this. Again, it's ready to run. Everything is in the box besides the AA batteries that you need in your controller. Lots of information on the back. We get a little bit of a quick start guide here for the battery installation. Shows us where the power switch is. Then we look down here. Again, it's got the instructions for the transmitter. Goes over again the power switch, steering trim, rate of adjustment or rate of steering control, how fast it goes back and forth. Reverse switch for the steering, like I talked about before, and speed, high speed and low speed, or half speed mode they call it. We'll look over here. It gives you an idea of the controls a little bit, and there we go. It shows us that we need the AA batteries that are not included. Going down here, multi-language warning instructions, which is nice. This is for the international market. We go over here. It shows us how to charge the battery pack. Something important to pay attention to, because you don't want to make any mistakes when you're charging. You could overload your lithium-ion battery, and those like to tend to get pretty hot if you damage them and try to charge them. So that's something you should be aware of. Any lithium battery, be careful with it. Don't try to charge it if it's damaged. Looking down here, there's also another cautionary note. Allow the car battery and motor to cool down for 20 minutes before touching. Again, it gets a little bit warm, but that's normal operation. And then we have some more instructions regarding the use of it. And it is FCC compliant. So this little machine is safety certified. One last thing, we're saying that it's got low and high speed mode. It comes with 2 batteries. We're going to see in a few minutes when we open the box. Again, it's the Hosim 9156. The 9155 is very similar. It's the same car, but it has a different body shell. It has a pickup truck body shell. This has more like a maybe a desert racer or a buggy type look to it. And we're going to look over here. There's your speed rating, up to 46 kilometers an hour. We don't have a GPS to test that, but when you see the demo of it on the street, you will see that this thing is quite quick. 4-wheel drive. Let's open it up. Okay, let's get into this box. Again, it's RTR, ready to go. All we need is AA batteries and it's ready to rock. We're going to get into it. We're going to take a look and see what comes with it, all the accessories, and the car itself. Again, you can get this car in green. You can get it in blue. This one, particularly, this one's green. So let's take a look. First, we see that we have a manual that comes with it. If we look at the manual, it has all your instructions, how to use it, a little thank you card, which is nice, from Hosim. And they would like you to register your car so that if there's any warranty problems or support, then they know exactly which car you have and the serial number of it. So totally legitimate. Everything's tracked. And really nice thing that I like, you go to the back of the manual. This is hobby grade. It's not toy grade. So if a part breaks on it, you can order a replacement. Just because something wears or breaks on this car doesn't mean it's meant for the trash bin. They have a nice diagram of all the parts, shows all the screws. So anything that you need to replace during the life of this vehicle, you can order that part directly from Hosim. And I found most of these parts are actually available on Amazon. I'm going to show the link for the Amazon purchase link for this car in the comments of the YouTube video. Okay, let's keep going looking in the box. So we have a smaller white box. Obviously this is the controller. So I'm going to take a look. At the controller itself. So it's good, a good controller, a little bit light, not what you would expect for a multiple $100 controller, but still feels pretty good. It's got nice soft foam grip there so your fingers don't slip. Trigger feels good on it. And then again, we have all those controls we talked about. Again, I mentioned that we'd tested one already. This controller actually has pretty good range on it, so it's a nice controller. And we look in here, we have a first little bag of parts. What do we have? We have wheel nuts, extra wheel nuts. We have the charging USB charger for the batteries. Wheel nut key. Battery tray cover. This car comes with 2 batteries. If you're using one single battery, you can use the battery tray cover. If you use both batteries daisy chained, it has a little Velcro strap that you use. So you can use that and use both batteries. I mentioned daisy chained. It comes with a little connector so that you can run both batteries at the same time using this connector, which is pretty handy. So you don't have to change batteries in the middle of your session. Okay, let's get to the part that you want to see. You want to see the car. I'm going to tell you right now, I cheated a little bit. I had trouble with the tape when I was trying to get the controller out. So I went ahead and I cut the zip ties inside so I don't struggle anymore, but I probably will struggle something else. Anyways, here's the reveal. Let's take a look at this car. So there we go. It's a nice car. It's about, I'd say 14 inches long. Pretty nice looking car. The shell of the car comes pre-wrapped with a cellophane. So you can leave that on. It looks really good with that cellophane on. But as the car wears, it's kind of like a peel layer. You can tear that off and your car will look brand new again until you crash it a bunch of times. This is pretty nice. Hosim gives you a free LiPo bag. And the reason for this is, again, I mentioned LiPo batteries. Doesn't matter if it's Hosim or any LiPo battery, even in your cell phone. If they get damaged, they can get hot when they're charging and it can be dangerous. So, highly recommended when you're charging your batteries, put them in this bag. It's going to stop an overheat from burning your house down. Yes, they will smoke in this bag, but at least then you'll be alerted to the fact that the battery is burning. You'll be able to get that out of your house without burning your house down. So I really recommend that you use this while you're charging your batteries, just to be safe. Let's look at this car. I'm going to pull it out. It's pretty robust. It has some good weight to it. And again, like I said, it's hobby grade, so everything's replaceable. This is just like your Traxxas or Axiom car, except the cost factor. Cost is pretty decent on this. I paid about 150 Canadian dollars, which translates to about 120 US. I think that's pretty good for a car that you're going to see. It's totally hobby grade. There's the shell. Maybe a little bit thinner than most typical shells, but it's really resilient. It's going to take a bunch of damage without cracking or breaking. So I like that a lot. I told you it comes with 2 batteries. Battery strap is already pre-installed. It came with a Velcro strap, but it's a little bit longer. I think they're giving you that in case you decide to go with bigger batteries. Factory stock, it comes with 2 1500 milliamp LiPo 15C batteries, 2S batteries. I don't know if you can get a 3S battery in this, if it will work with it or it will damage it. Unconfirmed, maybe we'll look into that later on, but for now, 2S batteries, 1500 milliamp each. And again, I said you can daisy chain those together, so you don't have to stop in between action to change batteries, which is really, really nice. And I'd say it runs for about 30 minutes on pavement with these 2 batteries. Okay, let's look at the car with the shell off. What do we have? Typical arrangement, battery tray. We have the servo for actuating the steering. We have the ESC receiver, and then we have the 550 brushed motor. I can tell you that this motor is pretty torquey. In grass, this car will do wheelies. And as I'm talking, I'm moving it up and down so you can see it's got suspension on it. It's got a setup with 4 shocks in the rear, 2 in the front. This model is not the upgraded, like I said. It is the metal shocks. It doesn't have the oil-filled shocks, but you know what? I would say it's pretty good. I like the way this rides. It has some good rebound to it, and later on in the video you'll see that it actually soaks up the bumps really well. So the oil filled, haven't tried them. I would assume they're better, but as it is, I think this truck's fantastic. We're gonna go and charge the batteries, and we're gonna get this car set up and ready to go. And when we come back, we're gonna show you a demo of what this does on the road. Okay, we're here. We got the Hosim 9125. She's all charged up, ready to go. She's looking pretty sweet. We've got Simon Pyman. He's our pilot. He's going to run it down to the end and bring it back a few times for us. And we're going to get to see how quick this thing is. So let's go. That's properly quick. Again, this is running on the stock batteries. It's quick. All I can say is it's really quick. It's a banger of a deal for what you pay for it. Total hobby grade. I can't say enough about this. I'm pretty impressed. Let's see what it does in the dirt and the grass. Okay, like I said, this thing will do wheelies in the grass no problem, and we're going to demonstrate that for you now. And Simon the pilot is going to give her. Let's go. He actually had to let off on it, otherwise it would have kept doing a wheelie. Nice. Again, no loss for power. It goes good, goes really good. Let's see how fast we can get going here on the grass.
Whoa.
Again, it doesn't struggle at all. It's going really, really well. I can't say enough for this Hosim. The 9156 and 9155. I definitely recommend it. It's a beast. Such a beast. I'm surprised. I wish I had one of these when I was a kid. We're going to take a pause and we're going to see what it does on the gravel. Alright, here we are. We got Simon Pyman. He's going to run her in the gravel. We're going to see how it does. Make some big rooster tails with the gravel in the ball field here. And we're going to see if we can do some hurricanes and some slides and maybe go up on 2 wheels. Let's see what we can do. Again, this is high speed mode. We haven't run it too much in low speed. Of course, we always like to go fast, give it gas, let's go. I'm super impressed with this. This thing is fantastic. Let's see if we can get a hurricane going. Oh yeah. That's amazing. So quick. Again, I can't say enough for this Hosim 9156. It's total value. It's hobby grade RC, and so far has been really durable, high quality. It's great. I definitely recommend one of these. You're getting a whole lot of bang for the buck on that. Speed shot. One outtake. I saw a review on YouTube. One of the reviewers, they took the rear shocks, 2 of the shocks off the rear because it's got 4 in the back, 2 in the front. And they felt like it did better with just 2 shocks, front and back. The only thing I have to say about that is that this car has the power to wheelie like nobody's business. I would think that if you take the 2 shocks off at the back, it's going to do nothing but wheelie. It's going to squat the rear end so much and just compress it the whole time. So I don't think Hosim was wrong in setting up 4 shocks in the rear. This thing handles really well. It does still wheelie a lot, but not uncontrollably. Let's see, Simon. So yeah. Whoop. So you can wheelie it, but also you can still control it too, where you actually get to steer it rather than just watch it go off in a straight direction, front wheels in the air. Super quick. You can see how it absorbs all the bumps in the grass. So good job, Hosim, for deciding that 6 shocks was the way to go rather than just 1 at each wheel. I think the first upgrade we're going to try is maybe going to the oil shocks that Hosim sells as an upgrade package. I'm pretty happy with the way it works right now, but just curious to see how much better it can get with the oil-filled shocks. I assume the upgrade would make a difference, and it wouldn't be a bad thing. So maybe we'll do a video later on trying that out. Stay tuned, YouTube. Thumbs up and follow if you like this video.